Alright, here we are back again. I just made a take in my last video saying I just need to make videos and I need to do whatever. I'll include the clip, little chat that I want to have with you guys. I really have to start just releasing videos, because when I try to make videos, when I try to plan things out and I try to, get a good video idea, they just don't do well. They don't do well. But then when I record a video and I'm literally not trying, I'm just putting a video just to put a video out, the shit just goes crazy. So yeah, I'm just gonna start I'm going to stop caring so much and just make these videos. And here I am. I'm releasing a video. I'm just doing whatever, releasing whatever. And what do you know? The video goes fucking insane. I'm literally just like playing the game, making a build, and speaking on this one perk that I really like, and I think it's kind of broken. And apparently I'm getting backlash because everybody thinks the perk is not broken.
No. As for thinking it has no counters, that's why it only has 4 uses. It doesn't regress the gens, it just blocks them. And it gives you an incentive to get fresh hooks instead of tunneling someone out for pressure. This is a survivor main take.
To be fair, this guy has a valid critique. He's spitting facts when he's talking about the uses of the perk and what it incentivizes you for and whatnot. But in this particular build, in this video that I'm recording, Grim Embrace itself is not the highlight of the video, even though it's in the title and in the thumbnail. That's not the highlight of the video, which shows why these niggas didn't watch the fucking video, because literally in the first couple minutes, you can say you can hear me say this build. I don't think it's meta. I don't think it's meta. I think it's broken, but I don't think it's meta. But this build, I don't say shit about Grim Embrace. The fucking Grim Embrace shit was because I needed a name, I needed a title, I need something to center this video around, and the build was centered around Grim Embrace. All of these perks synergized well with Grim Embrace, so I just named the video in the thumbnail after fucking Grim Embrace. It had nothing to do with just Grim Embrace. And that's why I don't get these fucking comments, because it shows that they didn't watch the video. But to be fair, the title and the thumbnail, whatever, is clickbaity or clickbait-esque. So, I kind of deserve the criticism.
ItsTae Thomas no Mr. Survivor main. It literally doesn't. It's one of the most fair slowdowns. My god, I love the double standards. Survivors like you want to nerf every killer perk, but you never talk about up or crutch per second chance perks that survivors constantly use.
Montages of me dying as survivor. I play survivor at times, I play killer at times, but I'm majority of my time playing this game is killer. I don't play survivor, bro. If I have a preferred role when I get on this game, I'm playing killer. I'm not playing survivor. Unless I'm on stream, unless I'm recording a video, unless I'm trying to get clips or something funny. I don't play survivor, bro. I've never been a survivor main. You can literally scroll down my YouTube videos. You can literally search through my videos, and majority of my videos are killer videos. And then even then I show my killer prestiges in the video. And they still ignored that. Like, I literally shown the prestiges of my killers. All of my killers are prestige 3 and up. I mean, same with my survivors, but bro, I actually go through and try to prestige these killers and whatnot. I know I didn't show it in the video, so watching the video itself wouldn't have shown them that. But if I'm just gonna assume someone is a survivor main, or I'm gonna try to make a case that someone's a survivor main, I'm gonna at least do my research so I know what the fuck I'm talking about. These guys don't know what they're talking about. I don't play survivor. I just prestige these survivors and I get off. Like, I literally level up. I prestige all my killers, so I'm like, all right, no point in prestiging these killers any higher when none of my survivors are prestiged. So I'm going to stop prestiging killers and prestige my survivors. Now that all of my survivors are prestiged, I'm going to go back to prestiging these guys. But anyways, that's not the topic of the video. Yeah, I had to hop on the game to prove people to prove to people that I'm not a Survivor main. Um, I don't know how else I can prove to you. Look, I have not played a single Survivor game this month, brother. This month, I haven't played a single Survivor game. When I play Survivor, it's like it's like a random, like it's a once in a blue moon occurrence, and I'm grinding Survivor. I don't. Sometimes I might play one game or two games, and that's it. They probably seen the 2v8 video that I made, but I literally played Survivor in 2v8 because I couldn't play the killer role unless I wanted to wait in a 30-minute queue. But other than that, bro, I do not play. I do not play Survivor unless I'm literally on stream or I'm trying to get clips or make an interesting video or depth some survivors. But other than that, bro, I am not playing Survivor because I have killers to upgrade. I have killer challenges to do, and if I get challenges, I prefer to do the killer ones before any other role. So I don't know where the fuck he got that from. I don't know why everybody's calling me a Survivor main. Um, just because I have takes on killer perks, and I think some of them are broken. Yeah, Survivor perks are broken as well, but I feel like on the killer side, there's a lot of broken shit that killers have, and if you don't agree with that, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, survivors. There's four survivors. You know, they're survivor friends and whatnot, bro. Survivor at the end of the day is the more challenging role. I don't give a fuck what you say. Playing survivor is way harder than playing killer. Killer is a fucking cakewalk. I don't care. There's shit that survivors abuse. There's shit that killers abuse. But at the end of the day, killer perks and roles and bullshit are broken. Nigga, the survivors can't do the survivors don't have a perk that is, you know, okay, respectable, that stops the killer from getting hooks. They don't have that. They have toolboxes, they have saboteur, they have the one perk that breaks a hook, and it breaks it for like, I don't know, a minute or 2 minutes or something. They have that, but they don't have a perk that blocks all hooks for 10 seconds, whatever. They don't have something that blocks the main objective for a certain amount of time. I believe killers have broken shit already with the generators and whatnot. They don't need to literally block the fucking main objective for a certain amount of time. I feel like that's not fair. That's broken. I feel like Grim Embrace, if Grim Embrace activates when someone gets off of a generator, like if everybody's repairing a generator and one person hops off that gen and all generators are blocked, then that would make sense. But if you can't stick a gen under like any circumstances, I don't give a fuck about pain res or ruin or if you can't stay on that generator, I feel like that shit's broken. Cause you can't stop a killer from hooking a survivor on any hook. You just can't do that. The main objective shouldn't be able to be blocked, especially from a simple action like a hook. Now, if you hook everybody once, then I would say like a block all generators for a minute or something. That would be cool. But there's no way you should be able to just block if all survivors are on a generator, or not all of them, but if 3 survivors are on a generator and you hook one survivor, that like the first survivor at the start of the game, all generators are just blocked immediately. I don't respect that, bro. I don't think that is broken. That's literally broken. In my eyes, it's broken. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I think that shit's broken. That's my take. That was a little too long of a take, but I think that shit's broken, bro. Alright, so basically for the rest of the video, all the other comments are saying the same thing. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna say for now. Fucking what's another one? Dead man switch. When people are repairing a generator, after you hook somebody, if people are repairing a generator, and they hop off, that generator is blocked. There's always a effect to it. Grim Embrace, is literally when people get hooked, the shit is blocked. Like, hooking is literally a generic action. Imagine every time a generator is finished, the killer has to stand still for 10 seconds. That's literally what that is. That's literally the survivor equivalent of what Grim Embrace is. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Or like, if let's say every time a generator is completed, a killer can't perform the hit action. Every time a generator is completed, the killer can't pick up a survivor for 10 seconds. Like, it literally stops the game from progressing. That shit is broken. The main objective shouldn't be able to get blocked unless there's a circumstance attached to it, like Dead Man Switch, like corrupt intervention. Like these perks should have you know, like things associated with them, not fucking Grim Embrace just having hook someone, you get the gens blocked. Like, what the fuck is that? Same with Deadlock. A generator's repaired, block the second gen with the most progress, or block the next gen with the most progress. What the fuck is that, bro? That shit is broken, and if you disagree, you have problems. You have problems. I don't give a fuck how bad you are, how much you're getting shit on. If the main objective is getting blocked, that shit is broken. End of story. That should not be allowed. I'm sorry. Deadlock, it makes sense because you don't want people popping a gen and they pop another gen. That's cool. But deadlock shouldn't happen multiple times. Deadlock should be on a cooldown. I gotta check. What is the cooldown on deadlock? If there is one. If there isn't, the shit's broken. After a generator is repaired, the entity blocks the generator with the most progress for 25 seconds. There's no cooldown on it. So if there's two gens that are 99, right? One gets popped, the other one gets blocked for 25 seconds, they pop the next one. That means the third generator is gonna get blocked for 25 seconds. So every survivor can be on a gen, repairing a gen. The killer is not chasing anyone. One gen gets popped. The one survivor doing a gen by itself that's almost done has to wait 25 seconds. They have to wait 25 seconds before they can finish that one. They finish that one. The other survivor who's also doing a gen by itself, let's say this one is on 75%. They're at 75%, it gets blocked. They have to wait another 25 seconds to do another generator. I get it, it's the point of the perk, but in circumstances where, like in Deadlock, in that case that I just pointed out, if there's a situation where there's 3 survivors left and everybody's on a generator on their own, killer can't find anyone. If a gen gets popped and they need 2 gens, they have to wait 25 seconds. 25 seconds in a 3 survivor scenario, that's pretty much enough time for a killer to get a hook. At that point, the game is pretty much over. If Deadlock's active, 2 survivors are running around, one is on the hook, killer could just chill by the hook, fucking, I don't know, wait till he sees a survivor, chase that survivor. Then he has 2 hooks. If Deadlock is still active by then, fucking Billy over here is on the gen by himself. He pops the gen. Everybody's dead. It just, I don't know. It's all situational. Yeah, Deadlock, in certain, I just feel like some of these perks should be toned down just a little bit. Deadlock, I'm pretty sure used to have a longer duration, but like, I feel like these perks could be situational, and in certain situations they're literally impossible to counter. And I feel like everything should have a counter in this game. Dead Hard has the counter. Flashlights have a counter. Like anything that involves doing something to a killer pretty much has a counter. Like pallets, one of the main fucking defenses that Survivor has are pretty much useless nowadays because killers just go towards it and they back up. It's literally like it's not even useful anymore. Flashlights, killers can just look away now. Like when you pick up a survivor, flashlight saves, I can't even talk. Flashlight saves aren't even like common anymore because killers turn around, killers look towards walls when picking up. So therefore flashlights are pretty much useless unless you do it against the killer. That's breaking a pallet. That's pretty much it. There's certain things in the game that shouldn't be there because I feel like they ruin the game for people who are trying to do these cool things, cool builds, different things. If it basically forces them to play into the meta, because if they don't, you get shit on. You can't play Survivor and do a heal teammates build, or you can't play Survivor and do or at least solo queue. You can't play Survivor and do I don't know, like an aftercare build and try to, do flashlight saves for the game or whatever. Because killers can literally just look away, pick people up, and killers do it. I do it because there's perks in the game that are unfair. And I don't know. This is kind of contradicting my own point. I don't know where I'm going with this, but there's stuff in the game that shouldn't be in the game. Like there's flashlight perks that slow down killers. That's cool and all. But flashlights aren't. You're not gonna see people using flashlight perks because flashlights you don't get to use them as much. So you're not gonna see people with flashlight perks. You're not gonna see people running beefy medkit perks and whatnot because medkits got nerfed like shit. So there's the game is just getting extremely limited. And when you have Deadlock and Grim Embrace and all of these perks that are very strong, in my opinion, that stops people from doing certain shit that they would like to do. I feel like that gets in the way. If there's shit that affects the main objectives, I get it. There's a lot of perks in the game, and they're running out of ideas. I mean, this perk came out a long time ago, I'm pretty sure. But if there's shit that blocks the main objective, I have a problem with that. I'm sorry. Like flashlights, medkits, shit like that. That's nothing. But when it comes to something that literally forces everyone off of the main objective, that should not be a thing. Because the same thing can't be applied to killers. You can make an argument that what's Sable's perk, the perk that invigoration or whatever, you go into the basement, you go around the ring or whatever, and you do it for like 20 seconds, and then all generators have 70% less progress or something, or like not 70%, 10% less progress or whatever. I gotta see the exact perk specifications. All right, weaving spiders. It takes 60 seconds, so you got to be in the basement for 60 seconds. You'll be injured and broken for the rest of the trial, but the remainder of generators are all 10 less charges. Okay, that's cool because I think this perk is balanced because you become injured and you gain the broken status effects, and it can't be stacked. That is something that I respect. Grim Embrace, on the other hand, literally blocks the fucking objective. This lowers the objective, but there's a counter. There's a risk reward effect to it. With Grim Embrace, there's no risk reward effect. It just blocks the generator, bro. That's all it does. And I feel like it should have a risk reward effect. Like it should be like when you hook a survivor, generators are blocked for 10 seconds, but during that 10 seconds, survivors can see your aura or something like that. So that way, if you're coming or whatever, they know, where you are, or something cool like that. Something that also, nerfs the, like, it could be a strong perk, but it can also have like a drop off or like a negative side. I feel like all perks should have that if they're objective reliant or really strong. Like perks like nowhere to hide and I'm all ears. You don't have negative side effects to those, but cooldowns. You have cooldowns and you have radiuses with killer, and I feel like that shit is like compared to the survivors or what the survivors get. They don't have freaking strong perks anymore. Like all the survivor perks are getting nerfed. I get it. It's 4v1, but like some killer perks are a little too broken, and I wish they would nerf those and kind of keep all the perks on a level playing field so you can play with different perks and or at least bring up the shitty perks to make them somewhat useful. I just want variety in the game. That's what I really want. And Grim Embrace, I feel like that negates the variety in that sense. Besides the people who run, Pain Resonance and, Pop Goes the Weasel and Overcharge and Call of Brine and fucking Eruption and shit like that. Other than that, man, that's all I have to say. I just don't like perks that affect the meta and the fucking overall objective of the game. I feel like that should not be in the game. That's my take. I don't care what anyone else says. That's just my take. I feel like the game should be fair on all sides, regardless of what role you play. I feel like the game should be fair for everyone, and sometimes that's not the case because killers a little bit broken and survivors having 4 people at one time is broken. That's just the name of the game. That's how the game is. It is what the fuck it is. If you have a problem with that, then play a different game. I feel like some killer perks, some shit on the killer side is just extremely broken, and the shit needs to be nerfed. Cannibal, he needs to be nerfed. Like, there's no way people are running around with a chainsaw that lasts, like a chainsaw sweep that lasts 4 seconds, that moves damn near double the speed of a survivor or something like that, and you can literally just hit them once and just hook them, like one shot down. I understand hillbilly. Um, there's a lot of shit on the killer side that is pretty broken. There's a lot of shit on the killer side that is really horrible. Like there's perks like septic touch, like perks that are hella outdated that need an update that they will never update, that they should update. Because there's perks that I want to use. There's all these perks that I have, and I don't want to use meta perks, so I'm looking for other perks to use. And Grim Embrace is one of those perks that I think should be either toned down or bring some of these other perks up a little bit, to make them just as strong as Grim Embrace. Because if you don't, Grim Embrace is going to be used a lot. And I don't want to play Survivor and go up against a Grim Embrace. Because as already, like when I'm playing solo queue, people don't do gens as is. So if I get Grim Embrace on top of that, and I'm the only one doing generators effectively, then we're pretty much fucked because of, of a perk that I believe is too broken. If I want to stick a generator, like, I should be able to do that. Because even then, you could argue that guy who said something about tunneling. You can tunnel somebody, and you can have 2 survivors left. And let's say you didn't hook one of those guys the entire game. I mean, you're not gonna do a gen with 2 survivors left. Let's say if it's 3, right? 2 guys are dead on hook. 1 guy hasn't been hooked to the whole game. Grim Embrace with 2 survivors running around is really effective, especially when it's, in the end game. Even if they need 1 gen, Grim Embrace is very strong. You can have Grim Embrace and combine that with barbecue and chili. You are literally unstoppable. You block the generator, you get them off the objective, and you see exactly where they are. Like, how is that not broken? How is that not an issue? Anyways, I'm done. I proved my point. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Fuck you guys, man. I'm joking. YouTube, I love my audience. I love my viewers. Thanks for the views, guys. I will continue to keep baiting people with these titles because apparently it's working. I'm happy. Hey, see y'all later. Peace.